So I know we're going to get to the seriousness of the case and why it matters in just a minute, but I just have to ask you about the plaintiff's attorney here, asking questions about Gwyneth Paltrow's height, asking questions about what outfit she was wearing that day, complimenting her appearance in court, telling her, "Oh, gee, you're so tall. I have to put on 4-inch heels just to be 5'5". You are a female attorney. I wonder if you were watching that cringing.
Oh, absolutely, Mitch. It was so weird. I was like, what is going on in this courtroom right now? I just couldn't understand it. And I'm sure the jury was like, wait, what is going on? Does she have a crush on Gwyneth Paltrow? Is she like a huge fan of Gwyneth Paltrow? Or is she being sarcastic of Gwyneth Paltrow? But we also saw some catty moments between the two doing the examination. So it was just a lot going on, but very weird and out of the ordinary, and not something that really happens inside of a courtroom. Get to it. What are your questions? The jury is here to find out what happened and make a decision, not to engage in this banter between the two of you.
Yeah, do you think it was a strategy to sort of, I'll put you at ease and then I'll ask the tough questions?
Yeah, it was a strategy by this female attorney. The problem is that it wasn't coming off that way. You got to think, as a trial attorney, you're catering to many different avenues in terms of you want to get to your questions, you want to get your answers, you want to appear credible to the jury, you want the jury to like you, but you also want the jury to believe you. So I don't think that she was productive in her antics with Gwyneth Paltrow, and it may backfire.
All right, well, let's talk about the seriousness of this case then, because there is $300,000 on the line. It's a civil trial that we're going through here. I just wonder if this sort of thing just usually gets settled. You know, this happened 7 years ago, but here we are in a courtroom, and I wonder if anyone thought it was ever going to get this far, and yet here we are.
So typically with civil lawsuits, I remember civil lawsuits, we're not talking about any criminality. No one is going to jail as a result of what happened. Those cases settle because we're dealing with two different burdens. Usually in a criminal case, you have to prove your case beyond a reasonable doubt, and you're dealing with someone's liberty. In a civil case, you're dealing with a preponderance of the evidence, more likely 51% to 49% that this person is liable, and you're dealing with money. Of course, money can be replaced. And also with a civil lawsuit, why it settles so many times is because the attorney fees can be so much more than the money that you're requesting. And that's highly the case right now. So those attorneys with their banter and their antics and their subpar performance, guess what? It's going to cost them more than $300,000 in attorney fees anyway to be able to be done with this case. So usually these cases settle, especially when we're talking about a low amount, especially when we're talking about Gwyneth Paltrow, who has millions of dollars. So $300,000 should be a drop in a bucket for her.
Yeah, and she's, you know, the obligatory $1 worth of damages and attorney's fees. She just wants to pretend like this never happened. Let's switch gears now, though, to New Mexico now. A judge has ruled that the district attorney in this case cannot be co-counsel. She either has to be in charge of the case or she has to call in a special prosecutor. This is after she got rid of a special prosecutor because that special prosecutor was also a state legislator. It seems like kind of a mess, and I'm just kind of wondering if this just eventually gets dropped because of the rulings that have gone against the prosecution in this situation.
Mitch, what is going on at the Santa Fe District Attorney's Office? There's been so many blunders in this prosecution of Alec Baldwin, not to mention the #1 blunder where the Santa Fe District Attorney had charged Alec Baldwin with an enhancement that would have required mandatory jail time if he were to be convicted. So they moved on from that. That was dismissed by a judge. But they also had a special prosecutor that also resigned from the case and wants nothing to do with the case. So now the Santa Fe District Attorney is like, give me a special prosecutor. I don't have enough prosecutors in this office. My office usually runs with 24. I'm already down 9 or 7, and I expect to be down some more prosecutors. And I need more manpower in order to be able to prosecute such a high-profile defendant. The reality is that when it comes to special prosecutors are usually appointed if there's a conflict, meaning that the main prosecutor can't prosecute this case case because of the appearance of some impropriety that can take place. Except that's not the case here. This Santa Fe prosecutor is like, give me more resources, give me more people so I can be able to prosecute these two defendants, especially since Alec Baldwin is such a high-profile defendant. And let's be honest, he has deep pockets, so they're going to have so much more funds. However, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Either you prosecute it yourself with the resources you already have, like every other district attorney's office with any other crime, or you step aside, let a special prosecutor take control of this case and prosecute it.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation in your cable lineup. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-based, unbiased coverage.